junior Avery Hirsch.
And we're here tip off, and no one really won that tip between number 4 Bliss Brenner and freshman Caitlin McGeary. Here's McGeary, wins the tip, and Anna Schools will control, gets it to sophomore Leah Dubin. Dubin cross-court pass to Rebecca Silverian, to McGeary, looking. Gets it to Dubin, inside to Anna Schools, gets a screen, gets off a shot, and bank shot's no good. And here comes number 32 for Upper Dublin, crossover, up for the layup, no good. Kicked back out. The shot on the way, number 32 is good. And that is Balassa with the 3. And looks like Upper Dublin will press here. Something the Trojans struggled with a couple of games ago against Abington.
There's an early shot, early 3 for Upper Dublin, and the Trojans had a very easy time the other day against Chester, getting inside and getting easy points, and not having to deal with just bad shooting from Chester. They did not allow a lot of points, and now they are down 5-0, and this game is going to be completely different. Upper Dublin was the number 5 seed in the District 1 tournament in 2019 for 6A. And it's going to be a much tougher challenge for the Trojans tonight.
Upper Dublin really pressing hard on defense here. Dribble handoff to Anna Schools. Inside the post to McGeary. Back out and a turnover. Lots of contact. No foul, and Upper Dublin keeps the ball. Here's Briss Brenner for the 3, for the long 2, no good. Kicked back out. Pollen. That's off the mark. And after hitting their first 2 shots, Upper Dublin couldn't get any points on that possession. Here's Dubin calling out a play. Gets it off to Silverian. To Schools on the wing, inside to Caitlin McGeary in the post. And another turnover from McGeary. Balassa again with the steal. Here she comes down the other range. 3 on the way, no good from Pollen. Out of bounds, it'll be Trojan ball. Timeout, Rodney Klein. He does not seem happy with the Trojans' effort on both ends so far.
I don't see how you could, though, after a 49-point win the other night against Chester, and they did not allow a single basket the entire first quarter, and now they find themselves down 5-0 in the first 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah, Trojans just look a bit out of sorts on offense. Maybe it's because that Upper Dublin press, but we'll have to see how they adjust for the rest of this first quarter and the rest of the game. Here's Schools to inbound. Looking for Dubin, gets it into her, gets it back to Schools, so crossover in between 2 defenders. Here's Anna Schools in transition, and another turnover for the Trojans, who have yet to put up a shot. And that was Pollen with the turnover. She got to number 24, Sarah Askew. Calling out a play. Here's Bliss Brenner, faking the dribble handoff, now hands it off to Askew, back to Brenner for three, in and out. Dubin will control the rebound for the Trojans. And here she comes, gets it to Hyatt, who had the hot hand in the Chester game. Dubin with the crossover into McGeary. He'll go up and get fouled. Good aggressive move by Caitlin McGeary, getting post position there and drawing the contact.
She's a very strong player inside, Zach, and if she can get up, she can draw a foul or put baskets home. But the challenge tonight will be getting the ball to her to allow her to work her magic.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard in the high school level. Not many players know how to post up, and even if they do know how to post up, the guards need to do a good job of getting the ball to the big men. There's the big girls, in fact.
And tonight, Upper Dublin has been very good so far on defense, stealing passes and not letting the Trojans get through into the lane.
And a good feed inside. It was Balassa again feeding inside to Pollen. Here's Schools. Schools is fouled. Upper Dublin playing aggressive defense already with 2 fouls in the first 3 minutes, but that's what you get when you press so hard. Upper Dublin with a 7-2 lead so far. Schools looking, gets into Dubin, defended by Bliss Brenner. Dubin right hand dribble, hands it off to Hyatt, gets into Silverian in the high post. Looking, gets it to Hyatt for three. That's off the mark. It was well contested, but it looks like Upper Dublin's dangerous player, Balassa. Here's Brenner. Balassa. Inside kicked. Askew gets it to Brenner. Back to Balassa. Balassa trying to break down the Trojans' defense. Back to Pollen, who organized the Cardinals and look to set up their offense. Here's Brenner on the wing. Brenner cross-court pass to Balassa. Balassa backing down Lily Hyatt. In the corner, the fake by Pollen. Kick. Extra pass for three. And that's knocked down by number 24.
And there was a lot of work done there by Dana Balassa, and she's done a lot for the Cardinals early in this game, and provides a completely different matchup for freshman Caitlin McGeary compared to what she had against Chester. Balassa is very strong under the net and is very skilled, and Caitlin McGeary did not have to deal with a player of that caliber in their game against Chester the other night.
Yeah, here's Lily Hyatt to inbound the ball again to Anna Schools. McGeary trying to post up. Dubin will drive and throw it off the Upper Dublin defender, but a kickball is called. Bit lucky there. Dubin's trying to force it too much. Trojans need to be patient. Silverian will inbound the ball under the basket. Dubin is stripped from behind. Looks like she wanted a foul. She won't get it. Up comes the chorus. Pollen crossover dribble. Dubin doing well to stop her. Dribble handoff to Bliss Brenner. A three is off the mark from Balassa. Here comes Dubin up the court. And again, she forced a pass instead of going up for the layup there. She had Lily Hyatt, but you want to see Dubin go up there and be more aggressive.
Upper Dublin did have a step on Leah Dubin and a hand in the way. Forces that ball out of bounds and takes away the layup option for Dubin. Causes a turnover that's huge for the Cardinals.
And into the game for the first time is senior guard Jackie Gorman for the Upper Dublin Cardinals. They get into Balassa. Pass off to Pollen, and she's fouled, and she'll go to the line for two. Cardinals up 10-2, looking to extend their lead to double digits here. Pollen at the line. About to check into the game for the Trojans is Marie Dreyer. She'll check in for Lily Hyatt.
And Dreyer's been a nice addition to have for the Trojans this season. Number 24, junior, she's an exchange student from Germany. It's her first year at Wissahickon, and she's played a key role in the Trojans second unit this season.
Here's Dubin getting up the court. Looks like they'll press her, and it'll be out of bounds. It'll stay Trojans ball. But Upper Dublin trying to force the Trojans into a lot of mistakes early, and they've succeeded. So Varian gets it into Dubin in the backcourt, defended by Brenner. Dubin crossover dribble, gets it to McGeary. Trojans still looking for their first field goal. Haven't really gotten many shots off because of all the turnovers. Here's Schools backing down, will put up the layup, and goes. A tough shot there for Schools, but she got it to go through contact. And here's Pollen bringing the ball up for the Cardinals.
Schools fell down on the shot and was able to get it to go anyway, and that's a huge basket for the Trojans, who were down 10 before that.
Here's Pollen on the wing. Gets it to Brenner. Looking for Pollen in the post, gets it back to Brenner. Kodrani Klein yelling out instructions for his Trojans defense. A three is knocked down after a wonderful crossover move by Balasa again, who's really dominated this game in the first quarter with under 2 minutes remaining. Here's Dubin. We'll get to the lane, throw it up, layup no good. And the rebound is to Pollen, and she'll push the ball up the court. In the corner is Jackie Gorman for three. That's off. Brenner will try a three. That's off. And a fight for the rebound. And it'll go the other way and over the back called on, I think, number 23, Jackie Gorman.
Lucky break for the Trojans there. They got a foul and they got the ball back. In addition to 2 missed free throws, the Trojan defense really just gave the Cardinals all day to shoot on.
Yeah, into the game for the Trojans, Kylie Friedman, the freshman. She has really good ability to handle the ball as well as knock down tough outside shots. Here's Friedman to Silverian, back to Friedman. So tough for a freshman like her, who isn't the biggest, to be in a varsity game like this in this big rivalry. Here's Schools. She'll drive. McGeary. Into McGeary again. He'll fake inside, but a travel. Just picked up that pivot foot. It was a great idea from her, just couldn't execute it.
It was a great lockdown by number 22 for Upper Dublin. Kept Caitlin McGeary, or actually that is Libby Kunzier, kept from being able to spin around and be able to get a hook shot or a layup off. She's played great defense in the post tonight, and it's been helpful to hold up Wissahickon to only 4 points so far.
And that was Brenner inside for the easy two. Into Libby Kunzer, who'll get to Schools for a little pull-up, can't get the roll, and Upper Dublin will bring down the rebound. Here's Pollen bringing the ball up the floor. Upper Dublin leading 17-4 and make it 19-4 as the basket goes and the foul. With under 30 seconds to go in this game, the Trojans are being blown out of the gym right now.
Jackie Gorman beat through the Trojan defense there. They were all caught behind her. Quick pass up right into the lane. Gorman puts it home. Trojan defense tried to stop it. She draws the foul.
And number 12, Rachel Bilger, will be into the game for the Upper Dublin Cardinals. Here's Schools, Silverian. Schools through the legs, gets it to Friedman. Looking, Friedman will get it into Dreyer. Dreyer stops, banks it, and it's just been that kind of first quarter for the Trojans, in and out. Pollen, and a foul by Anna Schools, going for the steal. She looks very frustrated after that play. I think she knew she had the opportunity to get the steal, but it was just a half a second late in her reaction.
Not a bad foul to take at this time. There is 3.5 seconds left. Forces Upper Dublin to reset, inbound the ball, and makes it harder for them to get a shot off. But you don't want to end up in foul trouble because of early fouls.
A three from the corner is off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Shot is no good at the buzzer. And at the end of one quarter, the Upper Dublin Cardinals lead the Wissahickon Trojans 20-4.
And the Trojans did get lucky on that shot. The shot went in, but it was ruled not off in time. And even though they got lucky, there's only so much luck they can get when Upper Dublin is outscoring them by 5 times the points after the first quarter.
Yeah, Trojans are just going to have to do a better job of getting some shots off because they're not going to score points if they're not taking shots and turning the ball over. So look to get the ball into Caitlin McGeary for her to be patient and then find outside shooters like Kylie Friedman and Leah Dubin and Lily Hyatt for threes.
And unfortunately, some of the shots they did get off, I can name a few from both Marie Dreyer and Anna Schools, have just been unable to fall, and that's something that's going to have to change for the Trojans if they want to get back into this game while they're currently sitting down 16.
Trojans also are going to have to do a better job on the defensive end. Letting up 20 first quarter points isn't ideal after they didn't let up any against the Chester Lady Clippers a couple nights ago. So look for the Trojans to pick it up on both ends of the floor. Here's number 15, Jess Pollen, bringing the ball up, defended by sophomore Leah Dubin. Gets into Bliss Brenner on the wing. Back to Pollen. And a backdoor cut by Brenner, and it's up and in. And the Cardinals extend their lead to 22-4.
Number 15, Rebecca Salvarian, cut up to stop the drive. Left her defense. Her check cut down right to the net. She got the pass, put it home for 2.
Here's Kunzer driving, and she's fouled on the floor. Libby Kunzer doing a good job of being aggressive and attacking the rim. Couldn't get a shot up there, but she got fouled. Kunzer looking, gets into Silverian. Back to Dubin. Cross-court pass to Dreyer, and she turns it over. And behind the back by Balassa. She's into the past half court. Balassa into Pollen. Back to Bliss Brenner. He'll fake for 3. Balassa in and out, and Silverian will grab the board for the Trojans. Here's Dubin pushing the ball up the floor. Dubin crossover dribble, gets it to Dreyer. Kunzer into Schools, who's fouled on the floor. Good job of Anna Schools staying in motion there, cutting, wanting the ball and drawing the foul.
A good take, and they're gonna need a lot of that from her tonight. And they ruled the foul on the floor, but if not, that's an and one opportunity. They're going to need a lot of that from her, especially given that she is a commit to Marymount currently. And they're expecting big things from her as a senior captain and committed to an NCAA school.
And now back into the game is Caitlin McGeary. And Lauren Fidel's into the game. And also Julia Verrier, who gets the rebound after the Dubin missed shot. She'll corral it. Schools the lefty, gets inside to McGeary, and a turnover. Fidel was cutting to the basket, but I think McGeary expected her to stay out on the wing there.
Pass just too high, and that's going to go Upper Dublin's way.
Bliss Brenner looks to be taking up the ball for the Cardinals here. They're up 22-4. 6.5 left in this first half. And they call a carry on Balassa. So it'll be Trojan ball trying to cut into this Upper Dublin lead. When you're down double digits like this, you just want to try and get it to single digits and then just work from there. Get it to as close as possible. Here's Dubin to Schools. Schools gets a screen. Into Verrier, who misses the bank shot, and then a foul is called on Lauren Fidel.
Strong take by Julia Verrier to get around her defender, but she was not able to do that, putting the shot up. Shot doesn't go. Upper Dublin draws a foul on the clear.
Yeah, that time Trojans got a good look off, just couldn't convert. Here's Pollen. Kicks it back out. The drive. Up, bank shot, no good from number 17. And Balassa with the shot, no good. Here's Anna Schools, behind the back move. Kicks it to Dubin. Gets it under control. into McGeary, and a foul's called on the floor. McGeary so good at drawing that contact, getting that post position.
And that's going to be the second on Bliss Brenner tonight. She is not a player you want in foul trouble early, and she has 2 with still 5:30 remaining in the second quarter.
Inside, scramble for the ball. Lauren Fidel will put it up and in for the Trojans' 6th point of the game, cutting the lead down to 16.
Impressive hook shot there from Fidel, and the Trojans are really going to need a lot of those tonight.
The dribble handoff. On the wing. An open 3 is good, and looks like they're gonna count the bucket. Will they count the bucket? Yes, they're gonna count the bucket, and looks like it was a foul on Anna Schools down low after Sarah Askew hit that shot. Upper Dublin up 25-6 here with just over 5 minutes to go in the half. And actually, looks like they're calling the foul on the floor. So take those 3 points away for Sarah Askew. And inbounding the ball is Balassa. She'll get into Pollen.
Wissahickon has really been beat in every way on defense so far. Even when a player cuts and they're able to catch up to them, that player's still been able to get the ball and get a shot away without too much pressure.
Here's the drive. Put up and in and one. For number 24, Sarah Askew, who hit that 3-point shot earlier, but it got waved off because of a foul down low, so she'll look to convert the old-fashioned 3-point play here.
She did not get her shot at the 4-point play earlier. She'll get this one, will not hit it, but the Cardinals are now up 21, and things are really just taking a turn for the worst here for the Trojans.
Here's Dubin bringing the ball up, calling out the play. She'll drive, get into McGeary, and it'll go for McGeary and the foul. Caitlin McGeary has scored all the Trojans' points so far, looking to make it her 9th. And remember, she's only a freshman, so she still has a lot of time to grow and develop as a player. So she's one to look out for in the future. McGeary gets the roll on the free throw. And they inbound it to Pollen.
McGeary inside and Friedman on the perimeter will definitely be something to see in 3 years when they're seniors after they have a chance to grow and develop into high school players. They've done a lot so far. They've done a lot so far this season for Wissahickon on the varsity level, and it'll be interesting to see them as they lead the team at the varsity level in a few years.
And Kylie Friedman will go to the line here for free throws, because the Upper Dublin's in the bonus, or Upper Dublin's in the penalty. Actually, it's Lauren Fidel at the line. Fidel puts it up. That's good. And the Trojans down to double digits, down 27-10, battling as hard as they can. Here's Fidel again. Won't get the bounce, and the rebounds to number 23, Jackie Gorman, who get to Pollen for 3, off the mark. School's fighting for the rebound, and the Trojans will get the ball. That missed 3 was by Dana Balassa, who's really dominated that first quarter. Bit quiet in the second, but Upper Dublin remains up 17, and a turnover inside to Askew. And for 3, Balassa in and out. And Verrier will get the corral the rebound for the Trojans to Dubin. Takes it up the floor. They're looking to get McGeary a post touch. Failed there. Schools hands it off to Dubin, who'll fake. Verrier into McGeary, faking. And a foul called on Balassa there. Looks like she might have gotten all ball, but the ref obviously saw something different there. Here's McGeary at the line for what will be 2 free throws. Misses the front iron, no good on the first. Here's McGeary for the second. That's good. Trojans kind of lead to 16 up. Pollen taking the ball up for the Upper Dublin Cardinals. Cross court pass to Balassa. Pollen. Balassa has it on the wing. She'll drive, pick up her dribble. A deep 3 is off the mark. Upper Dublin gone cold in the past few minutes. Here's Dubin to Fidel. Her shot is good. Lauren Fidel providing a spark off the bench here for the Trojans.
That was a beautiful shooting rhythm by Fidel, and the Trojans really needed a field goal here. It had been a while since they had gotten one, and they cut the lead to 14, less than they started the quarter with, and that'll hopefully they can get back into it soon.
And that 3 was good from Sarah Askew, and she showed that she can be dangerous from outside. Here's Trojans having the ball. Here's Fidel inside to McGeary and stolen by Pollen. And then a foul from Lauren Fidel. Upper Dublin leading 30-13 with just over 2 minutes left in this first half. And the Trojans will be in the penalty here, so Pollen will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
This is not a spot you can get in late in these halves and late in this game if you're the Trojans. The Cardinals have shot great from the free throw line tonight, and any shots given to them from the penalty will just be an easy gift to increase their lead.
Here's Pollen for a second. Nothing but net, and the lead is 19 for the Cardinals. They're continuing to press, trying to force the Trojans into tough passes, and Dubin just throws it off Balassa out of bounds.
Smart play by Dubin. She was trapped near the corner without a dribble, no pass options, but she was able to retain possession with the good throw out of bounds off the Upper Dublin defender.
Here's Fidel trapped in the corner, and she throws it away to Pollen. Up ahead to Askew, who puts it up and one with the left hand. Sarah Askew with the tough finish in transition, and Upper Dublin continues to dominate here.
Great hustle by Julia Verrier, but unfortunately that was not enough.
Askew misses the free throw.
Number 24, Sarah Askew, is able to draw the foul.
Here's Schools with a steal, and she'll stop and put it up for 2. Good patience there from Anna Schools, not rushing anything, taking your time and banking it off the glass and in. Trojans have got under 20 now. Here's Balassa on the wing. Here's Pollen. We'll get a look in low to Askew. And again, Sarah Askew dominating in the second quarter here. Dubin trapped again and throws it away right to Balassa. And Balassa will lay it in for the easy 2. And a timeout from Coach Klein. Doesn't look very happy with the Trojans play, turning the ball over too many times.
That's right. The Trojans have given the ball up nonstop so far this second quarter, and they've just been getting blown out because of it. This game is getting out of control for them, and they find themselves currently down 23 points with 1:17 to go in the first half.
Yeah, Trojans just need to keep fighting, trying to eat at this lead. Play hard is the best thing you can do when you're down a big lead like this. But against a tough team like Upper Dublin, it might be tough to come back from this much of a deficit.
That's right. It's not easy to come back from this, but if nothing else, you want to make this a respectable loss if you're Wissahickon. And currently, Upper Dublin is 12th in girls 6A for basketball, and Wissahickon is 19th in 5A. So this would be a huge upset win for the Trojans if they manage to pull it off. But currently, that looks unlikely to happen.
Here comes Dubin to bring the ball up for Wissahickon. Gets it to Schools. They press her. She's stuck, but she's fouled. And Anna Schools will go to the line for a 1-and-1. The Marymount commit looking to knock down these two free throws, actually Upper Dublin's down the double bonus. She'll look down to knock down 2. Misses front end, no good.
And that was a problem for the Trojans in their game against Chester. Even though they won by 49, they missed a lot of free throws, and they're going to need to hit them tonight because they're not getting the shots from the field that they hit against Chester. And they could have had a 55-point win if they hit some of their free throws in that game last Wednesday.
Here's Pollock with the crossover after Schools missed both free throws. Back in the game for Upper Dublin is Sarah Askew, who's been dominant in the second quarter, hitting a couple threes, getting an and 1, defending very well. Here's Pollen looking for a pass into the post, kick. Balassa in the corner for 3. That's off the mark. Upper Dublin can't corral the offensive rebound. And into the game is Jackie Gorman for the Cardinals, and Lily Hyatt will return for Lauren Fidel. Here's Anna Schools controlling a cross-court pass to Leah Dubin. Back to Schools. Back to Dubin. Picks up her dribble to Lily Hyatt in the corner. Here's Dubin back to Hyatt. He'll put up a 3, and that's no good. Trojans able to come up with offensive rebound. Anna Schools, and off the back iron, no good. And then a push-off is called on Anna Schools, who looks frustrated after that, knowing that was an easy chance for 2, but couldn't convert. And that's her 3rd foul in this first half.
Yeah, Anna Schools is a player who's been key for the Trojans this season, and she has over half her foul limit already with 10 seconds to go in the first half. You do not want her to foul out. And also, the Trojans have had 2 missed free throws and 2 missed shots in the past 2 possessions. They're really going to need to turn this around so far, and that's really contributed to their deficit to start.
Here's Dubin with under 5 seconds, dribbles into the lane, puts up the shot, no good, puts up the rebound, and gets it to go at the buzzer. At half, Upper Dublin leads 38-17. We'll be right back with our halftime analysis.
All right, guys, we're going to give away this TV. Everyone take your raffle ticket out. My man Harrison is going to read the number out.
welcome to halftime as the Upper Dublin Cardinals lead the Wissahickon Trojans 38-17. And the Trojans really have done a bad job of holding onto the ball. Costly turnovers, which have led to easy buckets in transition for the Cardinals.
That's right, Zach. And also, they've had a lot of problems on defense as well. They've been constantly getting beat on cuts. Passes have gone inside, and they've gone right in or drawn fouls for and-one opportunities. If they haven't gone inside, they've been kicked out they've been kicked outside for an easy three, and they have knocked them down. And that's mostly what contributed to this 21-point deficit for the Trojans.
And something else the Trojans need to do is they need to attack the offensive glass more. That's something they did a really good job of against Chester, but that's been nullified here. Upper Dublin's done a great job of boxing out. So we'll see how the Trojans can improve on this in the second half, and we'll be right back to the court for the action. And as we get set to start the second half, the Trojans will inbound the ball. It'll be Anna Schools inbounding to sophomore Leah Dubin. Dubin dribbling the ball on Bliss-Brenner. Gets out to McGeary. Rebecca Silverian has it now. Dubin, crossover dribble, gets into McGeary. He'll put it up, and she's fouled. So Caitlin McGeary remaining aggressive here, going to the line. She's been to the line a couple of times tonight already.
Strong take by the Trojans inside to get a quick trip to the foul line. But if they're going to get these trips tonight, they were in the double bonus late in the first half. They're going to have to knock down these shots, or they're going to have a major problem later in this game.
And McGeary knocks down the first. And in and out in the second. And the rebounds to Upper Dublin.
Also, fortunately for the Trojans, number 22, Grebe, is currently out with 4 fouls. She was in to start the half and just checked out of the game during the free throws. We'll see how Upper Dublin plays without her, as she has been a key member of their team tonight.
Here's Pollen controlling the ball for the Cardinals. Dribble handoff to number 23. Jackie Gorman, who gets it back to Pollen. Dribbling the ball. Here's Bliss-Brenner. Gets it up top. Balassa fakes in between. Got high up in the air and couldn't convert the chance. Here's Dubin going all the way down the court. Schools, not sure if that was a shot or lob. Here's Hyatt. Silverian will fake, put up a floater. Bank shot is no good. And here comes Upper Dublin. Here's Pollen at the Trojan head. Fakes. Gets a screen from Askew. Here's an open three from Askew. That's off the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound is one. Askew gets it now. Askew will go for the easy layup, and she missed it. She had a wide open lane, uncontested, but missed the layup. Here's Dubin on the other end for the Trojans. Lefty layup, no good. McGeary throws up, no good. Might have been a bit of a contact there, but no call. And we still have only 1 point, 2 minutes into this half. Brenner kicks it out for 3. That's off the mark.
The Cardinals have yet to hit a field goal this half, and that's helping the Trojans on defense. But they're really going to need to have a few possessions with scores on offense if they want to get back into this game. They can't keep missing shots and expect not to stay down 20 for the remainder of the game.
And that was a turnover there by Balassa. Here's Silverian to Schools for 3, and that's good for Anna Schools. The Trojans open up this half on a 4-0 run. Some positive signs after being down 21 at half. Here's Pollen with the ball. Gets it to Balassa, who had a hot first quarter. Has cooled down ever since. Balassa to Eskew. Had an open look, didn't take it. Now she's in the corner. She'll drive on Caitlin McGeary and get the layup to go. Bit of a mismatch there. McGeary doesn't have the speed to defend Eskew, and she went right by her for the layup. And the Upper Dublin Cardinals will lead 40-21. Just over 3 minutes gone in this second half.
And you just said that Balassa had a huge first quarter for the Cardinals. And I'd also say that so did number 22, Kara Grebe, and so did number 24, Sarah Eskew as well. And those three players have really contributed tonight to this huge Upper Dublin lead.
The 5 for the Trojans: Caitlin McGeary, Kylie Friedman, Anna Schools, Lily Hyatt, and Rebecca Silverian. And the 5 for the Upper Dublin Cardinals: Briss Brenner, Jess Pollen, Dana Balassa, Jackie Gorman, and Sarah Eskew. As Upper Dublin's pressuring, and a foul is called on Sarah Eskew. Anna Schools able to draw that contact.
And Upper Dublin's getting in some foul trouble right now. Number 24, Sarah Eskew, has 3. Number 22 has 4 already. And those two are not players that you want down in foul trouble early.
Yeah, Trojans to inbound under the basket after that deflected pass. McGeary gets into Schools. It's to Friedman. Trojans a bit crowded in the corner there. Schools into McGeary, faking, and they call it travel. That's the second time McGeary's traveled tonight under the basket. She has the right idea there to try and get the defender up in the air, just couldn't execute. Here's a Eskew for 3. That's off the mark, short. Fight for the rebound. Brenner gets it over Silverian. And they were looking for the cut there of Balassa. They couldn't get it to her. Here's Freeman on the break for the Trojans. Freeman bounce pass to Hyatt, who's in the corner for 3, and that's good. Lily Hyatt knocking down her first outside shot of the game, cutting the Upper Dublin lead to 16, and which was once 21 at the end of the half. Here's Bliss Brenner. And, absolutely swatted by Caitlin McGeary, but they call a foul. Jackie Gorman drawing the contact, but McGeary looked like she got all ball there. Maybe she knocked her down on the follow through there.
Hard defense by Caitlin McGeary. It seemed as if she got a lot of the ball, but you could hear a smack on the hand of number 23, and that sends her to the line for 2 shots as she went down hard.
And Jackie Gorman misses the first of 2 free throws, and Coach Rodney Klein will take a timeout for Wissahickon. With the Upper Dublin Cardinals leading 40-24, Trojans trying to eat into this lead, get as close as possible, and trying to go on a big run to maybe even win this game. It's still possible, plenty of time left.
Yeah, there's about 11 and a half minutes left in this game, and the Trojans, they find themselves down 16, but if they can work on and just get some of the fundamentals going, they should be able to cut this lead down at least to single digits, if not within 5.
That's what you need to do. You just need to eat at the lead and be patient, because you're not going to make up the deficit in one possession. It's going to take multiple possessions to make it up. As Gorman's at the line for a second, she misses. Brenner fighting for offensive rebound, but it'll go the other way to the Trojans. And Upper Dublin really fighting for those offensive boards, which they did in the first half, being aggressive. Hyatt will bound the ball to Schools. Upper Dublin waiting for her to press. Here's Friedman. Bounce pass inside to McGeary is intercepted. And confusion for the Cardinals, who had the ball there, but here's Eskew. Trojans putting on a bit of a pressure. Pollen will get it back into Brenner. He'll fake. for three, and that's good from the corner. Jackie Gorman hitting the three, extending the Upper Dublin lead to 19, and that pass deflected from Anna Schools, going to the ground hard, but she gets up quickly. Lauren Fidel to inbound it. Upper Dublin running a bit of a 3-2 zone look here. Here's Friedman with the ball. Friedman to Schools. Hyatt's in the corner. Look at this Silverian who kicks to Friedman. The little floater will not go, and Upper Dublin will corral the rebound as they've done all night. Here's Askew. He'll pull up in transition. Back out. Gorman. Cross-court pass to Askew. Good ball movement from Upper Dublin, and the block by Hyatt on Brenner. Here's a three from Balassa. That's no good. And McGeary will try and grab the rebound. She will for the Trojans. Here comes Lauren Fidel. Passes ahead to Schools. Schools crossover. Step back is blocked by Pollen. And on the ground, and they're going to call a foul on Anna Schools, I think. And if that's the case, that's her fourth, and it will be her fourth. So she'll come out of the game. In comes sophomore point guard Leah Dubin. They get into Gerber. Here's Pollen. Pollen looking for Gorman. Balassa to the top of the key to Brenner. Upper Dublin just holding the ball here, waiting for open looks on offense. They get into the post to Brenner. Brenner looked at three, didn't take it. Here's Gorman on the drive. Balassa behind the back dribble. She'll just hold it. We're under 2 minutes now with the Upper Dublin Cardinals leading by 19 over the Wissahickon Trojans. Balassa with the tight handle. She'll get it to Askew, who'll rim out for three, and Dubin will get the rebound. Dubin passes ahead to Lauren Fidel. Fidel into the lane, had it stripped. Fight for it on the ground, and it'll be a jump ball, and it'll go the other way for Upper Dublin.
Upper Dublin really has had a lot of long possessions recently. They're up 19, and we saw this a lot for Wissahickon in the boys' game earlier. There's not too much time left, about 9.5 minutes or so in the game. So Upper Dublin's just going to hold on to the ball and try to run down some clock and conserve their lead instead of giving Wissahickon opportunities to cut into their deficit.
And that was Gorman. Took a bit of contact there, missed the runner in the lane. Here's Friedman, gets it to Dreyer. Lauren Fidel with it now to Dubin, who drives back out to Fidel, who's at the three-point line, screened by Dubin. Here's Friedman, calling out a play. Upper Dublin playing solid defense here with under a minute to go in the third quarter. Friedman, nice pass into Dreyer, who reversed it and just couldn't get it to go. It was a good look. And here comes Upper Dublin with Brenner to Pollen. Pollen to Askew in the corner for three, and that's good. Sarah Askew knocking it down, and the Upper Dublin lead is up to 22 now. Their largest lead of the game. Here's Friedman. Friedman, Fidel fakes. She'll drive, put it up. Off the rim, no good. Here's Pollen with it, Bliss. Jackie Gerber, cross-court pass to Pollen. Under 10 seconds left in the quarter. Here's Pollen on the drive, and it'll go out of bounds with 1.1 seconds remaining in this third quarter. Upper Dublin leading 46-24. They've been dominant ever since the opening whistle. It'll be interesting to see if they play their starters in this fourth quarter with having such a big lead, and the Trojans really haven't showed anything that they can come back from this deficit.
Yeah, I would not expect them to play their starters at